mid 1980s, ninjas were everywhere, in comics, on TV and in video games. Never wanting to miss a trick to cash in on a craze and make lots of money, in 1987 Sega gave the world this absolute masterpiece, Shinobi. A ninja named Joe must stop a criminal organisation called Zed from kidnapping the children of his ninja clan. 5 missions consist of at least 3 stages, where Joe frees all the hostages in the first 2 or 3 stages with a boss at the final stage of each mission. At the start of each mission, the player is shown the objective with a file containing a photograph of the enemy boss and a map display pinpointing the location of the next stage. The game took the form of a side-scrolling platform game with elements of shooting, but instead of guns, Joe is equipped with his fists and feet for close-up combat, and an endless supply of shurikens. Joe has the ability to cast ninja magic once on each level, but for each student Joe rescues, he is rewarded with a bonus in the form of points, extra magic, and a power-up which equips him with a rocket gun. The gameplay style is very similar to Namco's Rolling Thunder, which was released in 1986. The playing area is a single plane landscape, although Joe can ninja jump up to higher levels and down to lower levels when required. Joe is vulnerable to enemy weapons and will die if struck just once, unlike in Rolling Thunder. Namco obviously having more sense than to release a game with a one-hit death scenario. The visuals for a game in 1987 were excellent, with a reasonable amount of detail on each sprite and some sweet animation on the main sprite. But when walking, Joe did have this ultra quick stride that looked a little odd, and when equipped with the rocket gun, he appeared to be walking clutching something to his chest, kind of like he was trying to carry a bag of onions or something. Some levels though look quite poor. The backgrounds on the 3rd level look pretty simplistic, and the 4th level just looks horrible, even for 1987. The bonus stage looks great. No sprite scaling on show here, which was odd at the time, as Sega were producing loads of games that used it to full effect recently. The sound was pretty good also, with lots of background music that actually seemed to fit the theme of the game and the level, although it is recycled a lot with the same 3 or 4 tunes used throughout. The effects of the shuriken striking metal was always how I imagined it would sound, with this nice satisfying clink whenever it hit a sword or shield. But the grunts and groans Joe makes when he jumps and strikes sound more like the noise made when someone stubs their toe on a door or stands on a piece of Lego. But for 1987, this was considered good. Don't get me wrong here, I might come across as a bit harsh on Shinobi for its graphics and sounds, but these niggles are incredibly minor, and in no way do they lessen the playing experience of Shinobi, as this is one excellent game. The gameplay, although simplistic, was tough. A small degree of level memorisation was required to beat the game, but if your reflexes were sharp enough, you could get by without the need for level memorisation. This game was just about perfect. It had it all really. Fantastic gameplay, excellent graphics, superb sound, simple responsive controls, and addictive gameplay. And it's no wonder it was such a hit for Sega. It was the highest grossing arcade game of 1988 in America, and went on to produce several ports for home micros, all of which were massive commercial successes as well. It was adapted by Sega to its Master System game console, followed by conversions to the Nintendo Entertainment System and PC Engine. Shinobi's success inspired various sequels and spin-offs of the Shinobi series. This is the Sega port of Shinobi to its 8-bit home console, the Master System. It was released in Japan on June 19, 1988, and in North America and Europe. Some of the play mechanics were altered. Instead of one-hit kills, the player now has a health gauge before losing a life. Hostage rescue is now an optional task, but provides upgrades to the close and long-range weapons, and restores or expands the health gauge. Rescuing certain hostages is a requirement to access the game's bonus stages, which now occur after the regular stages, instead of each boss fight. Bonus rounds provide the ninjutsu skills. Now, you may look at this and think it's not a good conversion. The sprites are tiny, the action is slower, and the life bar will now surely make this an easier game. But you should not be quick to judge here. This game plays every bit as good as the arcade original, and still packs the same level of challenge, even with the removal of the one-hit kills. The addition of a progressive power-up system is a neat feature, although the grenades are a terrible weapon to have in my opinion. The sound is great as well, apart from the sound effect used when Joe does his ninja jump. That sounds like a fart in the bath really. But when you play through the game, all of these minor niggles are not enough to ruin the gaming experience, as this is still Shinobi. Considering the power of the arcade machine, Sega done a brilliant job of porting this over to the Master System, and I absolutely loved this game on the Master System. Me and my mates would play this game a lot on the school summer holidays in 1989, but it was one of those games that we always struggled to beat. It was getting to the point where we could get to the Mandarin boss without losing a single life, but the statues were a real pain to get past. Even with the rapid fire unit, it still presented a huge challenge, and I still remember being chuffed to bits when getting past it. Shinobi was one of the all-time great video games, and is no doubt a classic, and has always been a firm favourite of mine, and is a game I still enjoy playing today. I always get this strong feeling of nostalgia when playing it, either on the arcade or the Master System, and it takes me back to those carefree childhood days. God, how I miss those. Anyway, I am sure this will come as no surprise, but Shinobi is a game that should be high on any gamer's list of must-play games, and deserves a place in anyone's game collection. As usual, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. That's all from me, folks. Thanks for watching.